Yo, what's happening? Just a quick video picking my team of the year for 2023 on FIFA. Before we get into it, I've got to take a moment to say Liverpool's starting 11 was 2 games away from winning it by default. It's fucking heavy, mate. What could have been? But anyway, keepers. I wanted to pick Alisson, watch him every week. In my opinion, best goalkeeper in the world. The ones on ones he saves every game, unbelievable. But we only won the League Cup and the FA Cup. Courtois won the Champions League and La Liga. Obviously, he had the fucking game of his life against us, man of the match performance in the Champions League final. And any other season, I'd have to give it to him. But this man had the game of his life in the World Cup final. If it wasn't for Martinez, Messi doesn't have a World Cup, and Mbappe'd have two. He made the best save, one of the best saves I've ever seen in the last minute of the World Cup final to take it to extra time. He plays for Aston Villa, so obviously the other two have got a better chance winning more trophies and that. But he's probably their best player. He could definitely be at a better team than Villa, and he's just proved it on the biggest stage that he is. Like Messi's got him to thank for Copa America as well. He's changed that Argentina team. You've got to give it to Martinez. So would have liked Alisson to win it. Don't think we quite had the trophies to back that up. Courtois any other year, as much as it hurts, with the fucking dickhead playing like that against us in the Champions League final, I'd have gave it to him. But Martinez, helping Argentina win the World Cup, helping Messi win his first one, securing Messi GOAT status, it's got to go to Martinez. So, defenders, Hakimi, he won it last year. He got into Team of the Year last year after PSG only won League One. Obviously, no, he's sick on that. Watched them a lot for Morocco. He had a great World Cup for them. You've got to put him in my opinion, when he got in it last year. And overall, he's had a better this year, getting Morocco to the semi-finals of the World Cup. There can't not be a Morocco player in there, in my opinion. He's their best player. Won League One with PSG. And who else is there at right back apart from Cancelo, who I was considering. Won the league with City, but don't know, he didn't have the best World Cup, did he? I just reckon it's got to be Hakimi. For centre backs, I'll do Van Dijk quickly. He's had a shit start to the year, but you've got to take the first half of the year into consideration, and literally 2 games away from winning the quadruple. It's mad. He's got to go in there. I don't think there's much more competition at centre back. Don't know how Alaba weren't there. That was a bit of a mad one. And Rudiger, there's just some mad centre backs, like one or two. There's a few players in there that I just do not know why they're there, and they've left some mad players out. But it's got to be Milito. They won the double, the league and the Champions League. He was incredible against us in the final. The fucking dickhead. So yeah, Milito, Van Dijk and Hakimi go along with Hernandez to complete the back four. AC Milan won the league. He had a good World Cup for France. Again, I don't feel like there was much competition at left back. Hernandez, gotta be. Right, midfield. This is where I think it got a bit tricky for some people. But for me, no brainer. De Bruyne, at the end of last season, when we were going for the league against City, it just felt like he was scoring and assisting every week. I remember him bagging a hat-trick against someone, and I just felt like I was watching prime Gerrard, like disgusting. The kid was just breaking my heart at the end of the season, being the best midfielder in the world for like the last 5, 6, 7 years now, going to go down as a GOAT, next to already a GOAT, Modric. Don't know what it is, I've just always underrated Modric. I think it's just because I've got like a bias against Madrid. Just always preferred Barca. I just hate Madrid beating us in Champions League finals, and I just feel like we never beat them. I was just watching Croatia in the World Cup in the summer with no bias, just a football fan, and just the way he controls and dictates the game. Like, I knew he did that, but I've never appreciated about being biased and just thinking like, oh, Xavi and Iniesta never won a Ballon d'Or, like how the fuck can Modric win one? But you got lucky not being up against Messi and Ronaldo in the prime, but I've got to admit he does deserve it. What is he, like 35, still just pulling the strings for his country, who shouldn't be anywhere near a World Cup semi-final? and still just winning Champions Leagues with Madrid. 5 of them. It's fucking ridiculous. Next, this is a mad one, right? Because I've seen no one put Mane in. Feel like obviously he's a left winger and he played centre forward for us at the end of the season. He should have been a forward on it, but the forward line was pretty obvious, so EA obviously wants to spread them out a bit. I don't know why he's not in more people's teams. I'm seeing Valverde. Fair enough. If he goes along with Modric and De Bruyne, I can get putting Valverde in midfield over Mane. But Mane's just got to be in the team for me. He won the double with us. He was our best player that season, definitely. 20 goals, something like 22, I think maybe. Won AFCON, got the move to Bayern, being okay for them. Obviously going to win fucking Bundesliga with them. He's got to be in there for me when he was the best player for a team that was 2 games away from the quadruple. So Mane goes in. Now forward line for me, this was the easiest choice. I think they just all picked themselves and you can't leave any of the 3 out. Yeah, Haaland's incredible, hasn't won nothing. You can't get near these 3 for what they achieved last year. Boom. It's obvious it's got to be them 3. Mbappe, my man, fucking glitch in real life and on FIFA. A hat-trick in the World Cup final, in his second World Cup final, playing as a left winger. So get on this. He won the World Cup at 19, playing as a right winger. He got to the final at 23, playing as a left winger, and he's probably going to get to the final or win it at 27 in 4 years, playing through the middle. He's the heir to the throne, isn't he? We all know it's him and Haaland, and I think he's just got the edge on Haaland. Benzema, Ballon d'Or winner, Champions League winner, La Liga winner, the season of his life, finally out of Ronaldo's shadow. What a player. I hate Madrid. I hate giving them credit. It was obvious this year that Benzema had to win the Ballon d'Or. Best number 9 in the world. Until Haaland come along this year. Finally, topping the team off with the GOAT. Undoubtedly the GOAT. You can't say nothing now. Messi, World Cup winner. This international trophy thing was just something people could say against him. It didn't mean shit. Just watch him play. But now he's got a World Cup as well. So, GOAT status, legacy confirmed. He was always the best player in the world, weren't he? You just have to watch him play to know that. That's my team of the year 2023. I'm trying to think if there's any honourable mentions. Courtois. It was hard between Courtois and Alisson, but obviously Courtois, he could be there over Martinez. Haaland, for what he's doing this year, is ridiculous. He's going to be in it next year, isn't he? I feel like not many people picked Mane. Valverde could be there. So yeah, that's the team. Let's see what it actually is. Peace out.